Okay, so 2018, question number 1. Question number 1. Part 1. We need to simplify. We need to simplify this given expression. 3 into what? 8x squared over 2x to the power 4. 8x squared over 2x to the power 4. Right? Inside the brackets, what we have? Is it an addition or a subtraction? What? Within the brackets, what do we have? It is not an addition. It is not a deduction. Addition එකක්වත් deduction එකක්වත් නෙවෙයි. Plus වත් minus වත් නෙවෙයි. මොකද්ද තියෙන්නේ brackets ඇතුලේ? It is division. Right? Division තියෙද්දි right අපි මෙයාගෙන් මෙයා වැඩි කරන්න මෙයාගෙන් මෙයා වැඩි කරන්න එහෙම කරන්න යන්නේ. First we need to first we can right simplify within the brackets. Brackets ඇතුලේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපිට සුළු කරගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන්. Brackets ඇතුලේ සුළු කරාම කීයද? 8x squared divided by 2x to the power 4. If you are not familiar in this format, you can have it like this. 8x squared over 2x to the power 4. What you are going to have? 2 to 8 we can cancel. 4 will remain here. Then here see, base is the same and there is division. So what we can do? We can deduct the power values. 2 minus 4, that is what? Minus 2. So it should be equals to 2 into x to the power minus 2. Or else the same can be rewritten as how? If we need to eliminate this negative sign of the power value, so we can take it to the denominator. 2 over x squared. So here it should be what? 3 within the brackets, it should be what? 2 over x squared. On the brackets, 2 over x squared. Then what? But what is the meaning implied by using these brackets? That is the multiplication. 3 needs to be multiplied by this. Sorry, not 2, right? Here it is 4. 4, sorry, 4. 4 over x squared. 4. It should be 4. Yeah, it should be 4. Right? 4 over x squared. 4 over x squared. So now 3 needs to be multiplied by this given fraction. Then it will be what? 3 into this. So the answer should be what? 12 over x squared. 12 over x squared. That should be our final answer. 12 over x squared, or else you can say 12 into x to the power minus 2. Either you can express like this, or else you can say 12 into x to the power minus 2. Both are correct. If you got this one correct, how many marks? There are, yes, 10 into 2. 2 marks. If you got this one correct, please give 2 marks. Right. Part 2. Factorize. We need to factorize this given expression. Again, see what we need to do. We need to factorize. Can we find the value of x here? No. Why? This is not an equation. Make an equation එකක් නෙවෙයි. නිකන් expression එකක් විතරයි. Right? So what we will able to do is only the factorization. Right. Let's factorize this. 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. 2x squared plus 13x plus 50. Now what we need to do? Right? How can we factorize this one? First, we need to find two numbers where once we added those, it should equal to our which value? Our b value. What is the b value here? That is 13. And if we multiply the same two numbers, that should be equal to our AC value. Value of A is 2, value of C is 15. So 15 into 2, that is 30. So what should be these two numbers? Yes, both should be plus values, 10 and 3. 10 plus 3 will equals to 13. 10 into 3 will equals to 30. Then what we need to do? We can split the term in the middle. How? 2x squared instead of 13x. Now I am going to express the same as how? Plus 10x plus 3x plus 50. Equal power chicken. No, this is not an equation. Right. Then we need to couple them. If we take the first two terms, what is the common factor? පළවෙනි terms දෙක ගත්තොත් මේ දෙන්න ගත්තොත් මොකද්ද common term එක? That is 2x. So common term we need to take outside. 2x to become x squared, 2x squared, this need to be multiplied by x. 2x to become 10x, 2x needs to be multiplied by plus 5. And if we consider the last two terms, the common factor is 3. So we need to take it outside. Within the brackets, it should be x plus 5. So the final answer should be x plus 5 into 2x plus 3. X plus 5 into 2x plus 3. This should be the final answer. If you got this, allocate 2 marks. Part 3, that is from limits. Right? We need to find the limiting value of this given function when x is approaching to 1. Part 3. Limiting value of the function x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 when x is approaching to 1. When x is approaching to 1. Right. First, let's substitute the given approaching value 1 here instead of x. Then it will be what? 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1. What we will get? We will get 0 over 0. This is in indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. So we need to use factorization to find the answer. So how can we use factorization? See, this one here we can express as how? 1 squared. එක කිව්වත් එකයි, එකේ වර්ගය කිව්වත් උත්තරේ එකයි. Right? If this is expressed as 1 squared, so then it becomes what? It becomes the difference of squares. වර්ග දෙකක් අතර අන්තරයක් විදිහට හදන්න පුළුවන්. එයාව factorize කරන්නේ කොහොමද? Here I am referring to this. X squared minus 1 squared. This can be expressed as how? වර්ග දෙකක අන්තරය x minus 1 into x plus 1. X minus 1 into x plus 1. So the numerator we can express like x minus 1 into x plus 1. Divide by x minus 1. Now see, this x minus 1 to this one, we can cancel. We will left with what? X plus 1. So now instead of x, if we substitute 1, what should be the answer? That is 1 plus 1. So the answer should be 2. The final answer should be 2. If you have any doubts, please raise it. If you got the answer as 2 for part 3, then allocate 2 marks. Limits, finding the limiting value. Right. This is question 1, part 1. Right, part 4. Part 4. Find the value of x. This is from logarithm. Right. 2 into log of x to the base 3. Part 4. Part 4. 2 into log of what? Log of x to the base 3. Log of x to the base 3 minus log of x minus 2 to the base 3. X minus 2 to the base 3 equals 2. How can we solve this one? See, here, if I take the first term, this one, the same, we should able to represent like this, right? X squared to the base 3, using the rules of logarithm, right? We can express the same like this. Log of x squared to the base 3. මෙන්න මේ දෙක කියන value එක power value එකක් විදියට අපිට ලියා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Then minus log of x minus 2 to the base 3 equals 2. Now see, here in both these terms, the base value is the same. Both these terms, the base value is the same. And here we have the deduction. Base value එක සමානයි. අඩු කිරීම ලකුණ තියෙන්නේ නම් අපිට මේක මොන විදියට එක්ස්ප්‍රස් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනද? මොන විදියට එක්ස්ප්‍රස් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනද? Can you remember? Log of x to the base a minus log of y to the base a. The same we can express like what? This equals to what? Log of x over y to the base a. Right? We'll apply the same principle here. So this one, the left hand side, we should able to represent as how? Log of x squared over x minus 2. Log of x squared over x minus 2 to the base 3 equals 2. Log of x squared over x minus 2 to the base 3 equals 2. මෙයාගෙන් මෙන්න මෙයාව බෙදුවා. x ගෙන් 5 බෙදුවා. Right. So now how can we express this one? Log of 8 to the base 2 equals 3. How we can express this? 8, the number should equals to, what is the base value? 2. 3 means the power value. We'll apply the same here. Accordingly, x squared over x minus 2 should be equals to what? 3 is the base, this is the power value, right? Now what? We need to find the value of x, but it is in the denominator, right? We need to get rid of this situation. So what we can do? We can multiply both sides by x minus 2. Debattame x minus 2 වලින් වැඩි කර. X minus 2. So this one to this one we can cancel. Here we will left with x squared equal 3 squared means 9. 9 into x, 9x. 9 into minus 2, minus 80. So here it should be what? X squared minus 9x plus 80 equals 0. Therefore, x should be equals to what? X value of A is 1, value of B is minus 9, value of C is 80. So the value of x should be equals to 6, or x should be equals to 3. The roots of x. x වලගේ එක්ක 6ට සමාන වෙන්න ඕනේ, එහෙමත් නැත්නම් 3ට සමාන වෙන්න ඕනේ. Yes. Right. So if you got both these answers, then allocate 2 marks. 2 marks. Right. Part 5. Find the value of this permutation and combination related one. 8p4 plus 5p3. Part 5. 8p4 plus 5p3 plus 5p3 minus 10c4. 10c4. Right. How can we get the value? 8p4 and 8p4. How we can express that? That is 8 factorial divided by n minus r factorial. N minus r, it means 8 minus 4, that is 4. 4 factorial. Plus here 5 factorial divided by n minus r factorial, it means 2 factorial. Minus here we have a combination 10c4. So 10 factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. R value is 4. It means 4 factorial into what? N minus r, that is 6. 6 factorial. Therefore, the answer should be what? Directly from the cal you can take 8p4 plus 5p3 minus 10c4. The answer should be 1530. 1530. If you got the answer as 1530, please give 2 marks. 1530. Part 6. Find the 17th term of the arithmetic progression with first term 5 and common difference 2. We need to find the 17th term. We need to find the 17th term. We erase this. We need to find the 17th term, part 6. How to find any given term in an arithmetic progression? Tn equals what? A plus n minus 1 into d. Now in this sum, what is the term value that we need to find? We need to find the 17th term value. Right? 17th term of the arithmetic progression. With the first term 5, it means the value of a is 5. I will express it as a formula here. T17 should be equals to what? A plus n minus 1d. Here the value of n is 17. 17 minus 1 means 16. So it is 16d. First term value is 5. Common difference, the value of d is 2. So it should be what? 32 plus 5, that is 37. 37 should be the answer. 2 marks. Seventeenth term of an arithmetic progression. Right. Seventh one. That is from geometric progressions. Right. The third term of a geometric progression is minus 108. And the sixth term is 32. Find the first term and common ratio of this progression. The third term of a geometric progression is 108. Part 7. Third term of an arithmetic progression. So how to find any given term in an arithmetic progression? En equals what? A into r to the power n minus 1. A into r to the power n minus 1. Here they have given us the value of the third term, that is minus 108. Minus 108 equals to what? We'll express like this. Third term value should be equals to AR squared. Right? And this is given as minus 108. And also they have given us the sixth term value, which is 32. Sixth term value should be equals to what? AR to the power 5. This is given as 32. By using these two information, we need to find the value of A as well as value of R. So how can we do that? How can we do that? See here, AR to the power 5, AR to the power 2. What if we divide this one by this one here? If we divide AR to the power 5 by AR to the power 2, it means what? AR to the power 5 equals to 32. 32 divided by minus 108. What we can do? See here, A to A we can cancel. And then see, the base is the same, that is R, and here we have division. So we should be able to deduct the power values. 5 minus 2, that is 3. So r to the power 3 should be equals to minus 32 over 108. Minus 32 over 108. Then in order to get rid of this power value, power 3, what we can do? We can apply the third root to the both side, third root. Then root value to power value will get cancelled. So value of r should be equals to what? Value of r should be equals to what? Minus 0.66, right? This we can say it is better if we can express it as a fraction, right? Minus 2 over 3. This is the value of r. Minus 2 over 3. R means the common ratio, right? We have found it. Common ratio we have found. Not only that, we need to find the value of a as well. This one from the cal. Right. So I will write it here. So what we need to get is third root of minus 32 over 108. This is what we need to get from the cal. First, you need to give the root value, that is 3. Select root value. This is a root value, no? So then you need to press the shift button. And then, right, this one. Power value button 8. 3 shift this power button right, it will appear as third root of that is this one. What is inside here, right? මෙයා දෙද්දිත් අපි පොඩ්ඩක් පරිස්සම් වෙන්න ඕන. ඇයි? මේක තනි නම්බර් එකක් නෙමෙයි. මේක fraction එකක් විදියට යන්නේ. So it is better to give it within the brackets. මේ වගේ ඒවා තියෙද්දි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපිට mistakes අඩු කරගන්න පුළුවන් brackets ඇතුලේ දුන්නොත්. ඒක නිසා bracket එකක් open කරන්න. Here it is what? Minus 32 divided by 108, close the bracket. Then අපි මේ ඔක්කොම දීලා තියෙනවා. Third root of this one. This equal, you will get the answer as, right? You will get the answer in decimals. If you need to convert it into a fraction, then there is this button, the fraction button. So you can press this. Maybe equal answer again decimals. Decimals fraction convert A, B, C නැත්නම් අපේ fraction button එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. answer එක එහෙම තියෙද්දි ඔයාලට මේ button එක press කරන්න තියෙනවා. You will get this value minus 2 over 3. And here we need to get the value of A as well. So minus here. This is 20% here. R equals minus 2 over 3. I will substitute one of these two equations. I will substitute it for equation number 3. Sorry, the third term equation. So it should be what? A into minus 2 over 3 squared should equals to minus 108. Right? Divide both sides by this. Therefore, A should be equals to what? A should be equals to minus 243. Minus 243. මෙතන මෙයාව සුළු කරාම කොහොමද වෙන්නේ? minus 2 square වුණාම ඒක 4/9. මෙතන සුළු කරාම එන්නේ 4/9. එතකොට minus 108 into 9/4 කියන්නේ. Minus 108 into 9 divided by 4. You should get the value of A as minus 243. Right. So here, if you have got this R value, then allocate 1 mark. If you got this one, the value, if you found the value of A, then give 1 mark here. That is from geometric progressions. Right. We'll move to part 8. Simultaneous equation. We need to solve this simultaneous equation. Part 8. 5x plus 2y equals 45. This is equation number 1. Then 3x minus y equals 5. 3x minus y equals 5. This is equation number 2. We need to select one of these two variables to eliminate first. So for me, you can select either x or y. So in this case, I will pick y. We will eliminate y first. To eliminate y, the absolute values of y should be equal in both these two equations. To make them equal, what I need to do? The second equation we need to multiply by 2. 3x into 2, that is 6x, minus y into 2, that is minus 2y, equals 5 into 2, that is 10. So this is our third equation. Now here we have plus 2y, here we have minus 2y. Then what we need to do in order to eliminate y? Y wa අයින් කරන්න නම් equation 1 equation 3 කියන equations දෙක අපි එකතු කරන්නද ඕන අඩු කරන්නද? මොකද කරන්නේ? අපි equation දෙකක අපේ y value එකේ absolute අගය සමාන කරගත්තා. පළවෙනි equation එකෙත් දෙකයි, තුන්වෙනි equation එකෙත් දෙකයි. දැන් අපිට y ව අයින් කරගන්න නම් equation number 1 එකයි equation 3 එකයි එකතු කරන්නද ඕන අඩු කරන්නද? How we can decide that? Yes, we need to add. Why? Because the signs are different. In equation number 1 we have a plus value, plus 2y, but in equation 3 it is minus 2y. If the signs are different, then in order to eliminate we need to add those two equations. 5x plus 2y plus 3x minus y equals, sorry, not 3x minus y, that is 6x minus 2y equals 55. Now see, plus 2y to minus 2y we can easily cancel. We will left with 11x equals 55. Divide both sides by 11, then x should be equals to 5. X equals to 5, you can substitute to one of these given equation. So I will substitute it for equation number 1. Instead of x, I am going to use 5 plus 2y equals 45. 5 into 5, 25. Take that 25 to the other side. It will become minus 25. So 45 minus 25, that is 20. Divide both sides by 2. Y should be equals to 10. Y should be equals to 10. If you got this one correct, allocate 1 mark. And if you got the y value correct, allocate another 1 mark. And previous week I have told how to solve this, not only previous week, right? Several times I have told how to solve these simultaneous equations, quadratic equations using the calc. What you need to do? First you need to reset, then go to the equation mode, then it is asking for how many unknowns. Here in this case there are 2 unknowns, therefore you need to give 2, and then you are asking to give the a and b values of these 2 equations, a, b, c values. So here this is the a1 value, 2 is the b1 value, 45 is the c1 value. In this case 3 is the a2 value, minus 1 is the b2 value, 5 is the c2 value. Then by simply pressing equal, you can get these values, the values of x and y. Right. 9th one. Find the equation of the line that passing through 2, 5 and having gradient 3. 9th one. It is passing through this point, 2, 5. And the gradient value or the slope value is given as 3. So we need to find the equation of the straight line. If it is a straight line, the equation should be in this format: y equal a plus bx. Here what is the meaning of this? When the value of x is equals to 2, the value of y should be equals to 5. Y equals to 5 when the value of when the value of x is 2. Gradient or the slope is represented by b here. So 3 into 2. Therefore, the value of a should be equals to what? A වලගේ කීයක් වෙන්න ඕනද? b කියලා කියන්නේ බෑවුමයාගේ gradient එක. Gradient එක දීලා තියෙනවා 3යි කියලා. x වලගේ 2ේදී තමයි y වලගේ 5ක් වෙන්නේ. එතකොට x වලගේ 2යි. එහෙනම් a වලගේ කීයද? Take this 6 to the other side. So the value of a should be equals to minus 1. The value of a should be equals to minus 1. Therefore, what should be the equation of the straight line? Y equals minus 1 plus 3x. So this should be your final answer, not this one, right? This should be your final answer. අපිට කියන්නේ a හොයන්න කියලා නෙමෙයි. අපිට කියන්නේ the straight line එකේ equation එක හොයන්න. That should be y equals minus 1 plus 3x. So if you got this one correct, give 2 marks. Last one. What is the slope of the line perpendicular to the line whose equation is given by this? Slope of the line perpendicular to this line. What is the equation they have given? 2y equals 8x plus 9. 8x plus 9. So let's make y the subject here. Then it should be what? Y y equals to what? Y was subject का नाम कत करना hammer term එකක් में දෙකෙන් බෙදන්න ඕනේ. 8x දෙකෙන් බෙදුවම 4x plus 9 දෙකෙන් බෙදුවම plus 4.5. Right. So this is the equation of the straight line. This is the equation of the straight line. මේ straight line එකේ බෑවුමේ අගය කීයද? 4යි. හැබැයි අපෙන් අහන්නේ මේ equation එකේ නැත්නම් මේ straight line එකේ බෑවුමේ අගය නෙවෙයි. මේ straight line එකට ලම්බකව යන රේඛාවක් ඇඳුතින් ඒ ලම්බකව ඇඳ රේඛාවේ බෑවුමේ අගය කීයද? What should be the slope? Slope of the line slope of the perpendicular line. What should be it? You know the answer. කොහොමද ගන්නේ? ලම්බකව යන රේඛාවක් ඇඳුතින් ඒ ලම්බකව ඇඳ රේඛාවේ බැවුම අගය කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? That is the negative reciprocal of the slope. දැන් තියෙන වක්‍රේ බැවුමේ ඍණ පරස්පරය. බැවුමේ ඍණ පරස්පරය. Yes, negative reciprocal. Negative reciprocal of the slope. Negative reciprocal. Negative reciprocal පරස්පරය. Right. බැවුමේ අගය 4යි. මේකේ පරස්පරය කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? උඩ යට මාරු වෙනවා. එතකොට කොහොමද වෙනවද? 1/4. So this should be the answer. Minus 1/4. 2 marks. 2 marks. Slope of the perpendicular line minus 1/4 or else minus 0.25. Minus 0.25. Okay, is question number 1. Right. Question number 2. Question number 2. Part 1. What it says? Find 2 positive consecutive odd numbers, the product of which is 23 more than their sum. So we need to develop, we need to build up this equation, right? We need to find 2 positive consecutive odd numbers, 2 consecutive odd numbers, the product of which is 23 more than their sum. The product of which is 23 more than their sum. Right. Section number 2. Two consecutive odd numbers, 2 positive consecutive odd numbers. Examples 3 and 5. And these are examples. What else? It can be 1 and 3, 7 and 9, right? It can be 11 and 30, two consecutive odd numbers, right? 15 and 17, right? 9 and 11. So numbers. Likewise, if we assume, right? If we assume our first odd number as x. පළවෙනි odd number එක අපි x කියලා assume කළොත් what should be the second odd number? What should be the second odd number? Now you see, right? Now you can see kind of a pattern here. Accordingly, tell me what should be the second odd number? පළවෙනි odd number එක x කියලා assume කරතින් දෙවෙනි odd number එක මොකක් වෙන්න ඕනද? That is not 2x. බලන්න මෙතන මෙයා x කියලා assume කරතින් 2x කියලා කියන්නේ 7 into 2 14. 14 නෙවෙයි අපිට එන්න ඕන 9. Yes, x plus 2. x plus 2 මෙයාට කීයක් එකතු වෙලාද මේ තියෙන්නේ? දෙකක් එකතු වෙලා. මෙයාට දෙකක් එකතු වෙලා. මෙයාට දෙකක් එකතු වෙලා. 11 plus 2 13, 15 plus 2 17, 9 plus 2 11. Likewise, if the first odd number is x, then the second odd number should be what? X plus 2. X plus 2. Two positive consecutive odd numbers, the product of which is 23 more than their sum. Right? The product of which කියලා කියන්නේ මේ දෙන්න වැඩි කරාම. The product of which. It means x into x plus 2. ඔන්න product එක. මේ දෙන්නගේ ගුණිතය. The product of which is 23 more than their sum. එයාගේ එකතුවට වඩා මේ දෙන්නගේ ගුණිතය සමාන වෙනවනේ මොකටද? ඒ දෙන්නගේ එකතුවට තව 23ක් එකතු කරාම. right? මේ දෙන්නගේ එකතුව. ඒ කියන්නේ x plus 2 මේ දෙන්නගේ එකතුවට තව 23ක් එකතු කරාම. This is the information that they have given. See, the product of which is 23 more than their sum. Product of which is 23 more than their sum. මේ දෙන්නගේ එකතුවට වඩා 23ක් වැඩි මේ දෙන්න වැඩි කරාම එනාගේ. Right? So this is the equation that we need to work on. Let's simplify this. X into x, that is x squared. X into 2, that is plus 2x. Here, x plus x, that is 2x. 2x, 23 plus 2, that is 25. Take this 2x to the other side, it will become minus 2x, so plus 2x to minus 2x will get cancelled. Take this plus 25, right? X squared equals 25. So it should be equals to what then? It should be equals to square root of 25. Square root of 25. Right? If it is an square root, the answer can be what? It can be plus 5 or minus 5. 25 වර්ගමූලය කිව්වට පස්සේ ඒක ධන 5 වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් ඍණ 5 වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. හැබැයි අපිට ගාන කියනවා මොකද්ද? These should be what? Positive consecutive odd numbers. ධන අගයක් වෙන්න ඕන. Therefore, two consecutive odd numbers are what? Odd numbers are what? 5 and 7. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. If you got this one correct, then give 5 marks. 5 marks. That is part 1. This is part 1. Part 2. How many different number plates for cars can be made if each number plate contains 4 digits followed by a letter? Number plate එකේ තියෙන්නේ ඉලක්කම් 4කුයි ඉංග්‍රීසි අකුරුකුයි. 4 letters followed by a letter. 4 digits followed by a letter. Assuming that no repetition of digits is allowed. ඒ කියන්නේ එකම ඉලක්කම අපිට ආයෙ බලන්න නැහැ. එකම ඉලක්කම දෙපාරක් එන්නේ නැහැ. right? එහෙමනම් how many different number plates are possible? අපිට වෙනස් විදිහේ number plates කීයක් හදාගන්න පුළුවන්ද? 4 digits and 1 letter. 4 digits and 1 letter. Right? Repetition is not allowed. Assuming that no repetition of digits is allowed. Right, 1 to 9. How many options we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 options. From that 9 options, to put a digit here, how many options we can use? How many ways we have? මෙන්න මේ පළවෙනි තැනට ඉලක්කමක් දාගන්න. හිතන්න 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 කියලා වෙනම නම්බර් ඉලක්කම් තහඩු 9ක් තියෙනවා කියලා. එතකොට ඔය 9න් ඕනම එකක් අපිට මෙන්න මෙතෙන්ට ගෙනල්ලා සෙට් කරන්න පුළුවන් වාහන. right? ඔන්න එකක් අපි පාවිච්චි කරා. Now to put a digit here to the second place, how many options do we have? The options කීයක් තියෙනවද? Repetition is not allowed. පාවිච්චි කරපු ඉලක්කමක් ආයෙ පාවිච්චි කරන්න බෑ. අර ගොඩේ තම කීයක් විතර දිතුලා තියෙන්නේ? 8ක් විතරයි. We have 8 ways. Then in order to put a digit here to the third place, how many options we have? Only 7 remains. Out of that 7, we can select any. And to have a digit here, we have 6 ways. 6 ways. On ilakkam 4 දාගත්තා. And followed by what? Followed by a letter. How many letters? A to Z. Letters කීයක් තියෙනවද? How many letters in the English alphabet? Single alphabet නෙමෙයි English alphabet කීයද? How many letters are there? 26. So we have 26 options to put a number here. What? Multiplication or addition? Multiplication. We need to have a digit here and a digit here and a digit here and a digit here and finally a letter here. So how many possible ways are there? How many possible ways are there? 78,624 ways. 78,624 ways are there. නැත්නම් different number plates අපිට 78624ක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. So if you got this one correct, then give 5 marks. Right. Part 3. Suppose there are 12 boys and 8 girls. I think we have done this, right? Suppose there are 12 boys and 8 girls, and we have to select 5 volunteers for a particular task. පන්තියක් කියලා හිතන්න. පිරිමි ළමයි 12 දෙනෙකුයි ගැහැණු ළමයි 8 දෙනෙකුයි ඉන්නවා. ඔය 20 දෙනාගේ පන්තියෙන් අපිට දැන් ඕන volunteers ට 5 දෙනෙක් අරගන්න. Right? Find the number of possible selections that we can make. Out of 5 volunteers, 3 boys and 2 girls must be present. Part A. Right? There are 12 boys and 8 girls. From this, we need volunteers. We need to form a volunteer group of 5. Part A. Part A. Out of 5 volunteers, 3 boys and 2 girls must present. 3 boys. අපි select කරනවද මේ arrange කරනවද? මේ 12 දෙනාගෙන් 3 දෙනෙක් select කරනවා. එහෙනම් මොකද්ද? 12 C the P the. That is combination. So C. 12C3. පිරිමි ළමයි 3 දෙනෙක් හෝ ගැහැණු ළමයි දෙන්නෙක්ද? පිරිමි ළමයි 3 දෙනෙක් සහ ගැහැණු ළමයි දෙන්නෙක්ද? 3 boys, what is the term they have used here? And. And නම් මොකද්ද? Multiplication. How many girls? 2 girls out of how many? 8. 8 C2. So how many ways are there? 12 C3 into 8 C2. 6,160 ways. 6,160 ways are there. 6,160 ways are there. Part B. Part B. Boys should be majority. මේ 5 දෙනාගෙන් majority boys ලැබෙන්න ඕන. Right? Majority boys ලැබෙන්න ඕන. Then we have several options. What is option number 1? What is option number 1? I will say boys and girls. Right. What is option number 1? What is option number 1? Majority boys la wenna nam 5 දෙනාගෙන් අඩුම පිරිමි ළමයි කී දෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕනද? 3 දෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕන. පිරිමි ළමයි 3 දෙනෙක් උන්තින් ගැහැණු ළමයි කී දෙනෙක් විතරද ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ? දෙන්නෙක් විතරයි. What is option number 2? Majority boys වෙනව නම් අපිට boys ලා 4 දෙනෙක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. Boys la 4 දෙනෙක් දැම්මොත් we can have only 1 girl in the volunteer group. We can go for a third option. 5 දෙනාම පිරිමි ළමයි වෙන්න දානවා. 12 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවනේ. මේ volunteers ලා 5 දෙනාම පිරිමි ළමයින්ගෙන් හදනවා. 5 දෙනාම පිරිමි ළමයින්ගෙන් ගත්තොත් ගැහැණු ළමයි කීයක්වත් නැහැ. So these are the 3 options we are having. Right. So how it should be? How it should be. See here, 3 boys out of how many? 12. So out of 12, we need to select 3. And the other 3 boys and 2 girls. And 4 boys and 1 girl. 5 boys and no girls. So and now multiplication. Out of how much? 8. 8 දෙනෙක්ගෙන් තමයි අපි දෙන්නෙක් ගන්න. දෙවෙනි ඔප්ෂන් එකේදී පිරිමි ළමයි ඔක්කොම 12ක් ඉන්නවා. 12 දෙනාගෙන් 4ක් සිලෙක්ට් කර ගන්නවා. Out of 8 girls, we are going to select only 1. In the third option, there are 12 boys. Out of them, we are going to select 5. And there are 8 girls. We are not going to pick any of them. 8C0. So how many total ways are there? මේ එකින් එන options ගාන ways ගාන විදි ගාන අපි මොකක් කරන්න ඕන? එකතු කරන්න ඕන. එයි එක්කෝ අපිට option 1 වලට. We can go for either option 1 or option 2 or option 3. එක්කෝ මේක එහෙමත් නැත්නම් මේක. එහෙමත් නැත්නම් option 3. ඔය තුනෙන් ඕනම එකකට විතරයි අපිට යන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. So what should be the final answer? 12C3 into 8C2 plus 12C4 into 8C1 plus 12C5 into 8C0. The answer should be what? 10,912 ways. 10,912 ways are there. 10,912 ways are there. If you got this one, give 5 marks. Right. Part 4. A college has 10 basketball players. A 5-member team and a captain will be selected out of these 10 players. Right? A 5-member team and a captain will be selected out of these 10 players. How many different selections can be made? 10 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ 10 දෙනාගෙන් අපි captain කෙනෙක් appoint කරගන්න ඕන. තව team members ලා 5 දෙනෙක් ඕන. So how we can select this team? Right? Here there is no difference between permutation and combination since we are appointing only to a one particular position. But remember, when we are electing, when we are appointing personnel for dedicated positions, then that means we take into account the order we are going to consider. මෙතන අපි captain කෙනෙක් විතරක් පත් කරන නිසා අපි permutation වලින් ගත්තත් combination වලින් ගත්තත් එකම උත්තරේ එන්නේ. But right, if we are appointing people for dedicated positions, හරියට සමිතියක සභාපති ලේකම් ඒ වගේ අර dedicated positions වලට පත් කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ අපි order එක consider කරනවා කියන එක. If we are considering the order, that means that is about permutations, right? So here there are 10 basketball players. Out of them we are going to appoint a captain. Part 4. Part 4. There are 10 basketball players. Out of them we are going to appoint one for a dedicated position, right? Out of 10 we are going to appoint a captain. ඔන්න 10 දෙනෙක් ඉන්න තැනින් captain කෙනෙක් appoint කරගන්න විදි ගන්න. කොහොමද දෙන්නේ එකයි. කොහොමද දෙන්නේ 10යි. මේක 10p1 දැම්මත් 10යි 10c1 දැම්මත් 10යි. right? 10 දෙනාගෙන් එක්කෙනෙක් appoint කරගන්න ඕන. ඒකට options 10යි තියෙන්නේ. ඔන්න captain ව appoint කරගත්තා. and එකද o එකද? But we need what? A captain and 5 members. A captain and 5 members. And captain and 5 members. Then members la 5 දෙනෙක් select කරගන්න ඕන. කී දෙනායිද ඉන්නේ? How many are there? Out of how many that we need to select these 5? Captain කෙනෙක් appoint කරගෙන ඉවරයි. තව අපිට කී දෙනාද ඉන්නේ? 9 දෙනායි. ඒ 9 දෙනාගෙන් තමයි ඉතුරු members ලා 5 දෙනා අපිට select කරගන්න වෙන්නේ. 9C5. So what should be the answer? $1,260. 1,260 ways are there. If you got the answer as 1260, then give 5 marks. That is question number 2. So here this time the question number 2 formed from which areas? 15 marks from permutations and combinations and 5 marks from the application of equations. Right, question number 3. Part 1. Expand 2 minus x the whole to the power 4 using binomial theorem. 2 minus x the whole to the power 4. So we need to expand this using binomial theorem. Right? Using binomial theorem, we need to expand this given expression. For that, what we need to make use of? We need to or the Pascal triangle. When n is equals to 0, this is the second line is when n is equals to 1. Third line when n is equals to 2. Fourth line when n is equals to 3. And the fifth line when n is equals to 4. So this is what we need to look for. This is the row that we need to refer in the Pascal triangle. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Right? 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. I will place this for the moment. So this is the row that we need to refer. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. From the Pascal triangle, we can have that. We can take that. Right. That is 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Right. Now, next, what's the next step? What should be our next step? Right. So we will consider these two terms. First term is 2. Second term is minus x. First term is 2. Second term is minus x. First term is 2. Second term is minus x. First term 2. Second term minus x. 2 and minus x. Right. Then, if we consider the first term, right, we are starting with power value what? We are starting with power value 0. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. With respect to of the second term, we are going the opposite way. We are starting with the highest power value, that is 4. Then 3, 2, 1, and 0. We have determined the power values of the respective terms. And then here within the brackets, what we can see, there is a deduction. There is a deduction. So how our signs, then how can we determine our signs here? Plus, here it should be what then? Minus. Again plus, minus, and plus. Now we can simplify this. Right? 2 to the power 0 means 1. 2 to the power 0 means 1. Minus x to the power 4. Minus x to the power 4, what it should be? Minus x to the power 4. That is what? X to the power 4. X to the power 4. Here it should be x to the power 4. minus x into minus x into minus x into minus x minus x into minus x, that will become plus x squared, plus x squared into minus x, that will become minus x to the power 3, minus x to the power 3 into minus x, again it will become plus x to the power 4, x to the power 4. Then the second term, here 2 to the power 1 is 2, so here it should be what? Minus 4 into 2, 8, 8 into what? Minus x to the power 3, minus x to the power 3. Or the same we can express like this, minus x to the power 3. Then plus here 2 squared means 4, 4 into 6, 24, 24 x squared, 24 x squared, minus here 2 in 2 to the power 3 means 8, 8 into 4, 32, 32 minus 32 into minus x. And the last term, 2 to the power 4 means plus 60, plus 60. So here how it should be, x to the power 4, here it will become minus 8 x to the power 3 minus 8x to the power 3 into minus, that will become plus 8 x to the power 3. Here it is 24 x squared. Here this is minus 32 x, minus into minus, it will become plus, plus 32 x and plus 60. So this should be the final answer. Is it? So I have a doubt here. Yes. Sorry. Right. Here we are not going to consider this minus sign in the second term. Sorry, this is wrong. So I will erase this one. This is wrong. So I mess up with pluses and minuses. Right. From the Pascal triangle, what we got? 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. This is what we got from the Pascal triangle. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Right. The first term is 2. The first term is 2, second term is x. First term 2, second term x. 2 and x. 2 and x. First term 2, second term x. Right. With respect of the first term, we'll start with the power value 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. And the opposite with respect to the second term, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Since we have minus here, so it is plus, minus, and plus. Here it is x to the power 4, right? Minus 4 into 2, 8, 8x to the power 3, plus 2 squared means 4, 4 into 6, 24. So it is 24x squared. Here 2 to the power 3 means 8, 8 into 4, that is minus 32x, and here it is plus 60. So this should be the answer for part 1. X to the power 4 minus 8x to the power 3 plus 24x squared minus 32x plus 60. So if you got that correct, allocate 5 marks. 5 marks for that. X to the power 4 minus 8x to the power 3 plus 24x squared minus 32x plus 60 should be the answer. Then part 2. NA equals 50. Number of elements in set A equals 50. Number of elements in set B equals 25. And number of elements common to set A and B equals 5. NA intersection B equals 5. And number of elements, the sample space is 50. Altogether there are 50 observations. So these are the information that they have given. Right. So we need to draw a Venn diagram to show the above detail. You need to draw a Venn diagram to show the above detail. How it should be. Part A. Part A. This is our Venn diagram. This is our Venn diagram, right? This is our Venn diagram. There are two sets, set A and set B. This is set A and this is set B. Set A and set B. Sample space is 50. Right. NA intersection B, what is that region? A intersection B means this particular region, right? The area common to A and B, there are how many observations? 5. 5 observations are there, right? Number of elements in set A is 15. It means within this circle of A, set A has 15 observations, right? If you look into this, there are 2 parts in set A. මේ කොටසයි මෙන්න මේ කොටසේ එකතුව තමයි set A කියලා කියන්නේ. එක කොටසක value එක අපි දන්නවා, that is 5. So what should be the value here? A only. How many observations are there? That should be 10. Altogether it is 50. Right? Altogether it is 50. Number of elements in set B is 25. B consists with these 2 parts. This part as well as this one. So this part consists with 5 observations. Then how many observations should be here? That should be 20. 20. Right? Altogether 25 observations in set B. Then either A or B, how many observations are there? 20, 25, and 35. All together, there are 35 observations which is belonging to either A or B. A or B IT observations තියෙනවා 35. right? ඔක්කොම අපේ sample space එක කීයද? 50යි. එහෙනම් තව කී දෙනෙක් එළියේ ඉන්න ඕනද? 15 should be here, right? Outside these circles. So this is how your Venn diagram should looks like. And this should be your Venn diagram. Allocate 2 marks for this. එතන කොහේ හරි එක ෆිගර් එකක් මේ 15 දාන්න අමතක වුණා කියන්නේ. Then right you will lose marks. Will not get in 50. Sorry, 2 marks. Then part B. We'll have it here. Part B. In A union B dash, number of elements which is not belonging to A or B. What should be the answer? A tavat, B tavat, IT නැති. A union B කිව්වොතින් අර A රවුමයි B රවුමයි දෙකම. A union B. A union B dash කියලා කියන්නේ A රවුමයි B රවුමයි නැතුව අනිත් හැම එකක්ම. කීයක් තියෙනවද? How many observations are there? In A union B, the whole dash. How many observations are there? What is the region they are referring to? That is the number of observations outside these circles. That is 15, correct? 15. Then in part C, in A intersection B dash. In A intersection B dash. How many observations are there? In A intersection B dash. A intersection B dash. A ට අයිති වෙන්නත් ඕන B ට අයිති නැති වෙන්නත් ඕන. ඒ මොන ඒරියා එකද? A ට අයිති වෙන්නත් ඕන B ට අයිති නැති වෙන්නත් ඕන. How many observations are there? Yes. A ට අයිති වෙන්න ඕන කිව්වොතින් මේ රවුම. හැබැයි B ට අයිති නැති වෙන්න ඕන. B dash කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකනේ. It should not belongs to B. Then it is referring to which area? This part, this region. So it is 10. For part C, the answer should be 10. Part D. In B minus A. B minus A. You know this. B minus A. B ට අයිති කොටසින් A ට අයිති මොකක් හරි එකක් තිබ්බොතින් ඒක අයින් කරාට පස්සේ how many observations are there? How many observations are there? Yes, that is not 10, that is 20. See, B minus A. B minus A. B කියලා කිව්වොතින් මේ තියෙන්නේ B. Right? All this region is B. මේකෙන් මොකද කරන්නේ? minus A. A ට අයිති කෑල්ලක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒක අයින් කරන්න. මෙන්න මේ කෑල්ල A ට අයිති. එයාව අයින් කරන්න. කීයක් විතරද තියෙන්නේ? 20. Right? 20. The answer should be 20. 20. So these are the answers for part B, C, and D. Right? If you got this one correct, give 1 mark. For this answer, 1 mark. And for this one, another 1 mark. Good. Then part 3. Part 3. Part 3. Again, here also we need to draw a Venn diagram given on based on this information. Right? What it says here, an election is being held to determine the chairperson of the board of directors of a newly founded charity. The candidates are Nalin, Chaturanga, and Gyan. So we'll represent Nalin as N, Chaturanga as C, and Gyan as G. Out of the 55 members of the board, 5 would be satisfied with any of these 3 candidates. So first, let's graph this. Let's have a sketch of this information. Nalin, Chaturanga, and Gyan. Nalin, Chaturanga, and Gyan. Right. So what are the information they have provided? Out of the 55 members of the board, it means here it is 55. Total number of elements, 55. 5 would be satisfied with any of the 3 candidates. මේ තුන් දෙනාගෙන් ඕනම එක්කෙනෙක් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ කියලා කියනවා. 5 would be satisfied with any of the 3 candidates. Any of the 3. What is where we can put that 5? Any of the 3. Right? The area common to all these 3 representatives. 5. And 2 would not be satisfied with any of the candidates. දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්නවා ඔය තුන් දෙනාගෙන් කාටවත්ම කැමති නැහැ. කාටවත්ම කැමති නැත්නම් එයා මොකද්ද? රවුම් වලින් එළියේ. 2. What else? There are 22 who would be satisfied with Nalin. Nalinta කැමති 22ක් ඉන්නවා. මේ රවුම ඇතුලේ කී දෙනෙක් represent කරනවද? 22. 22 will vote for Nalin. Right? 22 who would be satisfied with Nalin. 35 who would be satisfied with Chaturanga. This is Chaturanga. Chaturangata කැමති කී දෙනෙක්ද? ඉන්නවා 35. චතුරංගට විතරක් කැමති කිව්වොත් මෙන්න මේ රීජන් එක. හැබැයි මෙතන කියන්නේ චතුරංගට විතරක් කැමති කියලා නෙවෙයි. චතුරංගට කැමති. කීයක්ද? 35. 35. මේ සම්පූර්ණ රවුම ඇතුලේ 35ක් ඉන්නවා. What else? And 32 who would be satisfied with Gyan. With Gyan, 32 would be satisfied. Moreover, 41 members would be satisfied with either Nalin or Gyan. 41 members would be satisfied with either Nalin or Gyan. Nalinta ho Gyanta කැමති 41ක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මොන region එකද? What is the region that they are referring to? 41 means which region? මොන region එක ගැනද කතා කරන්නේ? Nalin or Gyan? Is it this region? ඔය region එක ගැනද ඔය කතා කරන්නේ? Read it again. 41 members would be satisfied with either Nalin or Gyan. Nalinta ho Gyanta කැමති 41 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඔය 41 කියලා කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ කොළ පාට region එකද? Nalin or Gyan කියලා කියන්නේ ඔය region එකද? No, right? This is what Nalin and Gyan. මේ Nalinට සහ Gyanට කැමති අය තමයි මේ region එකෙන් පෙන්නන්නේ. හැබැයි මෙතන 41යි කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Right? Number of members who would be satisfied with either Nalin or Gyan. Nalinට හෝ Gyanට කැමති කිව්වොත් it is about this region, this whole region. That is 41. මෙන්න මේ සම්පූර්ණ කොළ පාට region එකේ කී දෙනෙක් represent කරන්න ඕනද? 41ක්. Right? And 41. Nalin or Gyan. 41. We'll mention it here. N union G. N union G equals 41. 49 members would be satisfied with either Chaturanga or Gyan. Chaturanga or Gyan. Chaturanga and Gyan කියෝති මෙන්න මේ කැලි දෙක විතරයි. හැබැයි මෙතන කියන්නේ Chaturanga or Gyan. C union G. There are 49 members. And 10 members would be satisfied with both Nalin and Chaturanga. See the difference? Right? Both Nalin and Chaturanga. Both. දෙන්නටම කැමති Nalin Chaturanga දෙන්නටම කැමති 10 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. Both Nalin and Chaturanga කියවොත් it is referring to these two parts, this region. Right? Nalin and Chaturanga. All together there are 10. So here it should be what? 5. Here it should be 5. Now, how can we find the rest of the figures? Here, there are 2 unknown parts. If we take Nalin's circle, there are 2 unknown parts. Gihange gato, I think 3 unknown parts are there. Again, Chaturanga, 2 unknown parts are there. So we'll assume this as X. We'll assume this part as X. Then here what it should be? 35 minus 10, it is 25. So it should be 25 minus X. 25 minus X. T2 who would be satisfied with Gyan, right? Okay. Then again, now if we take Nalin and if we take Gyan, there are again 2 unknown parts. So we have no other option than assuming it Y as here. We'll assume this part as Y. It have an option එකක් නැහැ. නිසා මේක අපි Y කියලා assume කරනවා. Then what is the value here? 32 minus 5, that is 27. 27 වලින් මෙයත් අයින් කරනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ minus x මෙයත් අයින් කරන්න ඕන. That means minus y. Here altogether 22. From 22 we need to exclude these 10. So it is 12. 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5. Then how it should be? And then how it should be. I will have the final one also here. If I have a cut Venn diagram, I will have the final one here. This is set of Nalin, set of Chaturanga, and set of Gyan. Nalin, Chaturanga, and Gyan. All together 55. Here it is 5. Here also 5. Right, outside these circles too. Now we need to find the value of this x and y. For that, we can make the use of this. Number of members who like Nalin or Gyan, either Nalin or Gyan, is 41. Nalin or Gyan කියලා කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ circles දෙක. එතකොට කොහොමද? 12 minus y. I will have it here. 12 minus y plus 5 and 5 means 10 plus y plus x plus 27 minus x minus y equals to what? Should be equals to 41. Hope you got it. Here what I have done. Mama මෙන්න මේ නලින් ඕ ගියාන මෙන්න මේ කෑලි ටික වෙන වෙනම එකතු කරා. වෙන වෙනම එකතු කරා. That is what I have done here. මේ ඔක්කොම මේ කෑලි ටික වෙන වෙනම එකතු කරාට පස්සේ කීයට සමාන වෙන්න ඕනද? 41. It should be equals to 41. Right. So let's solve this. Right. Minus y to plus y we can cancel. Plus x to minus x also we can cancel. So here we have 12 plus 10, 22. 22 plus 27, that is 49. 49 minus y equals 41. Therefore, y should be equals to 8. The value of y is 8. Value of y is 8. So here it is 8. 12 minus 8, here it should be 4. Right. And using this information, we have found the value of y. And we can make the use of this one as well. So let's use this one. C union G. C union G means, right, this whole region. Region belongs to C or G. Once we add all these parts, it should be equals to what? 49. So let's add 5 plus 5, that is 10. Plus x plus 25 minus x plus 27 minus x minus y. This should be equals to 49. See here, plus x to minus x we can cancel, right? Plus x to minus x we can cancel. We have this one thing here. 10 considered, x considered, 25 minus x considered. This whole circle is okay. We have this one plus y. Plus y equals 49. So see here, plus x to minus x we can cancel. Minus y to plus y we can cancel. We will left with what? 10 plus 25, that is 35. 35 plus 27, 62. 62 minus x. 62 minus x equals 49. It means x should be equals to 30. X should be equals to 30. So here it should be 30. 25 minus 13 means 12. Here 27 minus 13 means 14. 14 minus 8, that is 6. 14 minus 8, that is 6. So this is our final version of the Venn diagram. Now it is more clear. So we have drawn the Venn diagram. So if you have drawn it correctly, please give 2 marks. Give 2 marks. That is part A. Part B, I will have the answers here. Part B, how many members of the board can be satisfied with only nullin? Nullin only here. That is referring to this region, nullin only. That is 4. That is 4. Part C, how many members of the board can be satisfied with only chaturanga? Chaturanga only. That is what? 12. To get these answers, right, you need to do all these workings in advance. 12. Then part D, how many members of the board can be satisfied with only Gihan? only Gihan kiyada 6 only Gihan this region. And last one, how many members of the board can be satisfied with more than one of the candidates? More than one of the candidates. එක candidate කෙනෙකුට වඩා කැමති වෙන කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද? More than one of the candidates. What is the region that they are referring to? More than one candidate කිව්වොතින් what is the region? They are referring to all this region. More than one. Right? So what should be the answer? 5 plus 5 plus 13 plus 8. 5 plus 5 10. 10 plus 8 18. 18 plus 13 31. 31 should be the answer. So if you got this one correct, give 2 marks. For this one 2 marks. For this answer another 2 marks, and for this one 2 marks. That is question number 3. We'll move to question number 4. This is question number 3. Question number 4. A company is evaluating 2 projects with an expected life 3 years and investment outlay of 1 million for project A and project B. For both the project, the investment outlay is 1 million. The estimated net cash inflows for each project is as follows. For the 3-year period, they have given the net cash inflows. Which project should be selected if the discounting rate is 10%? That is part 1. Part 1. Project A. I will consider 2 projects separately. Here, cash flow, discount factor, and the present value. Here, cash flow, discount factor at 10%, and the present value. 0, 1, 2, and 3. For project B also, we need to perform the same. We need to calculate the NPV value. So we'll have this table. Here, cash flow, discount factor at 10%, and then the present value. So this project, both these projects are going for 3 years. Initial cash outlay is 1 million for both the projects. And you know how to take the discount factor, right? At year 0, the discount factor is 1. So how can we take it? That is 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power n. So here In year 1, it should be 0.9090. In year 2, it should be 0.8264. And in year 3, it should be 0.7513. Year 1, 0.9090. Here it is 0.8264. And here it is 0.7513. Cash inflows 300,000, 800,000, and 900,000. Project B, 700,000, 600,000, and 600,000. Right. The present values. Here it is negative 1 million, 272,700, 800,000 into 0.8264, 661,120, 900,000 into 0.7513, 676,170. So what is the NPV, net present value of project A? That should be equals to what? That should be equals to 609,990. Is it? Am I correct? The net present value of project A should be equals to 609,990. Right? Project B, here it is 1 million. Year 1 present value is 636,300. Year 2, it is 495,840. And year 3, it is 450,780. Net present value of project B, therefore, should be equals to what? $582,920. 582,920 is the net present value of project B. Which project should be selected? Therefore, project, what is the project that they need to select? Project A need to be selected. What is the reason? What is the reason? Higher NPV value, higher net present value is with project A, therefore they should select project A over project B. So if you got this answer correct, right, please give 5 marks. 5 marks. not only compute in NPV, but you need to clearly mention the final decision as well. Right? You need to clearly mention the final decision as well. So if you have completely done this, then allocate 5 marks. Then part 2. Suppose you are investing 6,000 rupees at the end of each year in an account that pays 10%. How long will it take before the account is worth 27,846? We are investing 6,000 at the end of each year. We are investing 6,000 at the end of each year. So what is this about? Same amount at equal time gaps for a specific time period. That time period is what we need to find here. The time period is what we need to find. So this is regarding what? Annuity. 27,846. What is this? How long will it take before the account is worth this much? 27,846. Is it a present value or a future value? 27,846 කියලා කියන්නේ උතන annuity එකේ present value එකද future value එකද? What? That is the future value of an annuity. Future value of an annuity. So how can we find that? Future value of an annuity. Future value. How can we find? Periodical payment over I. Do we need to have any adjustment for I? No, no need. It is getting compounds only once a year. So how can we find the future value? That is 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. The future value is given as 27,846. The periodical payment they are making is 6,000. Over interest rate is given as 10%. So here it is 1 plus I means 1.1 to the power n minus 1. So here we need to find what? We need to find the value of n. How can we do that? Right. So I will take this 1.1 to the power n minus 1 here to this side. This should be equals to what? 27,846 into 0.1 divide by 6,000. The පැත්තම 0.1 වලින් වැඩි කරා 6,000 වලින් divide කරා. Then 1.1 to the power n minus 1 will be equals to this. So 1.1 to the power n equals to what? Minus 1 එහා පැත්තට ගන්නවා කියලා කියන්නේ it becomes plus 1. So what should be the value? 27,846 into 0.1 divided by 6,000 plus 1. The answer is 1.4641. 1.4641. Hope you got it. How can we find the value of n here? කොහොමද දැන් අපි මේ n වල අගය හොයන්නේ? කොහොමද? For that, we need to use what? We need to use our knowledge on logarithm. Let's apply logarithm to both these sides. Yes, exactly. Logarithm. Using logarithm, we can find the value of n. Let's apply log for both these sides. For the right hand side as well as for the left hand side. Right. So here log of 1.1 to the power n. What is the base value? That is 10. That is why we have not written anything here. Log of 10. Log to the base 10. So the same can be expressed as how? The left hand side, we can take this power value to the front. Then it will become what? N into log of 1.1 equals to log of 1.4641. Then divide both sides by log of 1.1. Log of 1.1. So here log 1.1 to log 1.1 will get cancelled. Therefore, the value of n should be what? Value of n should be equals to what? Directly from the calculator, you can take now log, press the log button, 1.4641 divide by log 1.1. That is 4. That is 4. That is 4. That is 4. So 4 should be the answer. If you got this one correct, you can give 5 marks. 5 marks. After 4 years, api hama awuruddema 6000 ගාන ඩිපොසිට් කර කර යනවා නම් අවුරුදු 4ක් ඉවර වෙද්දී අපිට 27846ක් හොයා ගන්න පුළුවන්. That is the idea. Right. So that is part 2. Part 3. Mr. Jayasinghe invested an amount of 13,500 divided into 2 different schemes A and B at the simple interest rate of 12% per annum and 8% per annum. If the total amount of simple interest earned in 2 years be 2,480, what was the amount invested in scheme B? Right. He has invested this much of amount in 2 schemes, scheme A and scheme B, right, at these given simple interest rate, 12% and 8%. If the total amount of simple interest earned in 2 years be 2,480, what was the amount invested in scheme B? Scheme B wala kiyak invest karada kiyala ahana. B කියන scheme එකේ කීයක් invest කරාද කියලා අහනවා. So how can we solve this one? I will take it into a different sheet. Part 3. Scheme A and scheme B total amount invested is 13,500. So let's assume the amount invested in scheme A. Amount invested in scheme A as X. A කියන scheme එකේ B කියන scheme එකේ දෙකේමනේ 13500ක් invest කරලා තියෙන්නේ. අපි assume කරනවා A කියන scheme එකේ මෙයා මෙන්න මෙච්චර X කියන amount එකක් invest කරලා ඇති. If it is so, what is the amount invested in scheme B? A වල X කියලා amount එකක් invest කරා නම් B කියන scheme එකේ කීයක් invest කරන්නේ නැද්ද? ඔක්කොම 13500යි. එහෙනම් ඒ 13500න් මෙන්න මෙයාව අයින් වුණාම එන ගාණ තමයි B වල invest කරලා ඇත්තේ. 13,500 minus X. So these are the two amounts. These are the amounts invested in scheme A and scheme B. Right. The total interest is given. How can we find the total interest? How can we find the total interest? Total interest equal principal into interest rate into number of years. Principal into interest rate into number of years. The total interest earned in 2 years is given as 2,480. අවුරුදු දෙකට මේ ස්කීම් දෙකෙන්ම මුළු පොලිය ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා කීයක්ද? 2480. අපි ස්කීම් A එක ගත්තොත් principal amount එක කීයද ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරපු? That is X. That is X. What is the interest rate? In scheme A, the interest rate is 12%. It is 12%. For how many years? For 2 years. For 2 years. So this is the interest that they have earned from investing in scheme A. Scheme A ke invest කළා මෙන්න මෙච්චර amount එකක් හොයාගෙන තියෙනවා. 2480 කියලා කියන්නේ scheme A එකෙන් ලැබිච්ච පොලියයි scheme B එකේ invest කරලා ලැබුණු පොලියයි දෙකේම එකතුව. එතකොට scheme B එකෙන් කීයක් හොයාගෙන තියෙනවද? Here the principal amount invested is 13,500 minus X. This is the principal amount invested. The interest rate in scheme B is 8%. 8%. And they have invested for 2 years. Then how it should be? 2,480 equals here 2 into 0.12 into X. It means 0.24X. 0.24X. Plus, here what it should be? Right? 2 into 0.08, or else 2 into 8% means 0.16. I will have it like this. 0.16. 100ට 8 දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරාම 0.16යි. Brackets ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා මොකක්ද? 13,500 minus X. I will further expand this. 0.24X plus here 0.16 into 13,500. That is 2,160. 2,160. 0.16 into minus 6, that is minus 0.16x. So here it should be what? 0.24 minus 0.16 means 0.08. So 0.08x should be equals to, take this one to the other side, then it should be 320. 320, divide both sides by 0.08. Therefore, the value of X should be 4,000. Value of X should be 4,000. But this is not the final answer. What we need to find? What we need to find? What was the amount invested in scheme B? Therefore, the amount invested in scheme B equals to what? 13,500 minus this 4,000. That is how many rupees? 9,500. This should be the final answer. And if you got the final answer as 9,500, then give 5 marks. Then give 5 marks. The amount invested in scheme B is 9,500. X කියලා කියන්නේ scheme A වල invest කරපු ගාන. අපෙන් අහන්නේ scheme B එකේ invest කරපු ගාන. That is 9,500. Right. Last part of question number 4. Rohan deposited 2,000 at an interest rate of 8% compounded semi-annually, more than one time a year. How much money will he have in the bank at the end of the second year? So future value, right? Compounding interest. Total amount equals principal into 1 plus I over F, the whole to the power n into F. Principal amount invested, that is 2,000 into 1 plus rate is 8%, 0.08. Compounded semi-annually means the value of F is 2. N into F, number of years, 2 years. So 2 into 2, that is 4. Therefore, the amount at the end of the second year should be 2,339.71. 2,339.71. Or else you can round it off and say 2,339.72. If you got this one correct, give 5 marks. That is question number 4. Section 4, part 3 and 4. Then we'll move to question number 5. Right. So without break, shall we finish question number 5 and 6? Then we are done. Right. Question number 5, part 1. Differentiate the following functions with respect to corresponding variables. Right. We need to differentiate the given functions. Part 1. A. Y equals 3x squared plus 5. 3x squared plus 5 the whole to the power 2. Right. So how can we differentiate this? Dy by dx equals to what? We can apply the chain rule. So how it should be? Multiply by the power value, right, within the bracket as it is. Deduct 1 from the power value, then it will become 1 here. So we need not to write it as 1. Then this need to be multiplied by what? This need to be multiplied by the differentiation of the terms inside. So constant simply we can ignore. Once we differentiated this one, it should be what? 3x squared means what? 6x. 6x. Right. 6x. So further we can simplify 6x into 2, that means 12x. 12x into 3x squared plus 5. Right. 12x into 3x squared plus 5. Or else you can further simplify it as how? 12x into 3x, that is 36 x to the power 3 plus 60x. If you have done this step correct, then how many marks? Give 2 marks. And 2 marks for this. If you have time, you can go on, you can further simplify, but if you have done this step correct, if you have multiplied this by the power value and deduct 1 from the power and multiply this again by the differentiation of the terms inside, right, then it means that you know how to differentiate these sort of functions. Then allocate 2 marks. Part B. Y equals x to the power 3 over 3, x to the power 3 over 3 plus x squared over 2 plus x over 4. X over 4. We need to differentiate this one. We need to find dy by dx. Multiply by the power value. If I take the first term, so 3 into, and deduct 1 from the power value, then it will become 2 here. Second term, multiply by the power value, deduct 1 from the power. Third term, multiply by the power value, deduct 1 from the power, then it will become x to the power 0 over 4. It means what should be the value? What should be the answer? 3 to 3 can get cancelled, 2 to 2 get cancelled. So here it is x squared plus x plus 1 over 4. This is the final answer. X squared plus x plus 1 over 4. If you got this correct, give 2 marks. Part C. Y equals x minus 1 into x squared plus x plus 1. We need to differentiate this one. Dy by dx. You can apply the product rule to differentiate this. Product rule එකේදී මොකද කරන්නේ? ඉස්සෙල්ලා පළවෙනි group එක. So here we have 2 groups, product of 2 groups. Here we'll first differentiate the first group. So once we differentiated this one, what it should be? That is what? 1. X differentiate කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? X to the power c, x to the power 1 නේ. Power 1 වලින් වැඩි කරනවා, power එකෙන් එකක් අඩු කරනවා. So 1 into x to the power 0, that means what? 1. පළවෙනි group එක differentiate කරා, දෙවෙනි group එක ඒ විදිහටම consider කරනවා. x squared plus x plus 1. Then add, now the other way around. Right? We need to differentiate the second group. Second group එක differentiate කරාම කොහොමද? x squared differentiate කරාම 2x plus x differentiate කරාම plus 1. This needs to be multiplied by the first group as it is x minus 1. So once we simplify this one, how it should be? X squared plus x plus 1 here plus, we'll have it within bracket, x into 2x, that is 2x squared, x into 1, that is x, minus 1 into 2x, that is minus 2x, minus 1 into plus 1, that is minus 1. So here the answer should be what? Plus x minus 2x. We can cancel 2x to minus 2x. Plus 1 to minus 1 we can cancel. The answer should be 3x squared. 3x squared. 3x squared should be the answer. 2 marks. For part C, the answer should be 3x squared. T. Y equals 1 minus t over 1 plus t squared. 1 plus t squared. Now to differentiate this one, what is the rule that we need to apply? Right, you have tested on the chain rule, sum rule, product rule. Here, what is the rule? That is quotient rule. Quotient rule. dy by dx. මෙතනදී මේ වගේ එකක් තිබ්බොතින් කොහොමද differentiate කරන්නේ? උඩත් අපේ unknown එක තියෙනවා යටත් තියෙනවා. එතකොට කොහොමද? First we need to square the denominator. 1 plus t squared වල වර්ගය. Then what? Right? We need to take the denominator to the numerator. That means 1 plus t squared. And multiply this by the differentiation of the numerator. 1 is a constant, simply we can ignore. Minus t. Once we differentiated this one, it is what? Minus 1. Then from this we need to deduct. Consider the numerator as it is, 1 minus t. We have these brackets. This need to be multiplied by the differentiation of the denominator. 1 we can simply ignore, t square differentiate karama, that is what? 2t. So further we can simplify this. Minus 1 into 1, that is minus 1. Minus 1 into t squared, that is minus t squared. Deduct 2t into 1, that is 2t. 2t into minus t, that is minus 2t squared. 2t into 1, 2t. 2t into minus t, that is minus 2t squared. In the denominator, we have 1 plus t squared whole to the power 2. Numerator we can further simplify. Right, I will remove this bracket. Then it will be minus 1 minus t squared minus 2t plus 2t squared over 1 plus t squared the whole to the power 2. Two t squared minus t squared, that is what? T squared. T squared minus 2t minus 1. In the denominator, we have 1 plus t squared the whole to the power 2. This is actually where we apply the differentiation rule, right? After that, it is about simplification. It is about simplification. This should be your final answer. 2 marks. Sorry, 3 marks. For this one, 3 marks. And for part C also, it is not 2, it should be 3 marks. Altogether 10 marks for part 1 for the differentiation sum. This is question number 5, part 1. We'll quickly do part 2 as well. Part 2. Part 2a. 5x to the power 4. We need to integrate. 5x to the power 4. We need to integrate this given function. So how can we do it? Arge opposite එක. මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? Power එකට එකක් එකතු කරනවා, power plus 1 වලින් divide කරනවා. Then it will become what? 5x to the power 5 over 5. So 5 to 5 we can cancel, right? And we need to make this allocation for the constant. Therefore, the final answer should be what? X to the power 5 plus c. This should be the final answer. X to the power 5 plus c. Then part B. 10 minus 3x. Again, we need to integrate. 10 minus 3x. We need to integrate this one. Integrals. Right. Constant. Once we integrate a constant, what it should be? That should be that constant into variable x. So it becomes 10x minus 3x squared over 2 plus c. 10x minus 3x squared over 2 plus c. This should be the final answer. 3 marks. For this one, 3 marks. For this one also, 3 marks. Part C. Evaluate, so finite integration sum, finite integrals. Upper value is 4, lower value is 1. The function is given as 5x squared minus 8x plus 5. We need to find the finite integration of this. First, what we need to do? First, we need to find the integrals of each of these terms. Let's take the first term. Should be what? 5x to the power 3 over 3. Second term, minus 8x squared over 2. Last one, plus 5x. Upper value is 4, lower value is 1. But here, 8 to 2, we can further simplify. Then it becomes what? 5x to the power 3 over 3 minus 4x squared plus 5x. Upper value 4, lower value is 1. Then what we need to do? First, we need to substitute the upper value instead of x. So it should be what then? 5 into 4 to the power 3 over 3. Minus 4 into 4 squared plus 5 into 4. One upper value. From that, we need to deduct the answer we get by substituting the lower value. Adu limit value. It means what? 5 into 1 to the power 3 over 3. Minus 4 into 1 squared plus 5 into 1. So here it should be what? 5 into 4 to the power 3 over 3 minus 4 into 4 squared plus 20. So it is 62.66. 62.66 minus what? 5/3 minus 4 plus 5. That is 2.66. Therefore, the final answer should be 60. Final answer should be 60. If you got the final answer as 60, you can give 4 marks. 4 marks. The question number 5 is mainly from differentiation and integration. Question number 5, part 2. Right. We'll move to question number 6. First one. Considering the equation, part 1, they have given us an equation y equals, right, y equals x to the power 3 minus 9x squared plus 15x minus 4. We need to find what? In part A, dy by dx and d2y by dx2. First derivative as well as the second derivative. Both we need to find. Dy by dx equals to what? 3x squared minus 18x plus 50. This is dy by dx. We need to find the second derivative as well. That means d2y by dx2. That is what? Again, we need to differentiate this one. Then it will become 6x minus 80. First derivative and second derivative. So 2 marks. Right. 1 mark for this one and 1 mark for this. So this is A. Part B. Find x such that dy by dx equals 0. We need to find the value of x when dy by dx, when this equals to 0. It means 3x squared minus 18x plus 15 equals 0 when x valage kiyadida. What should be the value of x? X should be equals to what? Equation 2 degrees, value of A is 3, value of B is minus 18, value of C is 15. So the value of x should be equals to 5. Or value of x should be equals to x valage pahedi function එකේ value එක 0 වෙනවා. සහ x valage එකේදී මේ function එකේ අගය බිඳුවට සමාන වෙනවා. 4 marks. If you got these 2 answers, then allocate 4 marks. Part C. Find the shape of the turning point. Find the shape of the turning point. Turning point වල shape එක අපි දන්නවා turning point එකකදී බැවුමයාගේ බිඳුවයි. ඒක තමයි මේ කරේ. බැවුමයාගේ බිඳුවට සමාන කරා. එතකොට x වලගේ පහේදී turning point එකක් තියෙනවා. x වලගේ එකේදීත් turning point එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ turning points මොකක් කරන්නද මොකක්ද අපි මේ බලන්න යන්නේ. Minimum points ද maximum points ද කියලා බලන්න. හරිද? When when x equals to 5. When x equals to 5. Right? To find the minimum or the maximum aspect, we use what? We use the second derivative. We have already found the second derivative, that is 6x minus 80. So here, instead of x, right, d2y by dx2, we have already found. Instead of x, we are going to substitute 5. 6 into 5 minus 80. What is the answer? 30 minus 18 means 12. That is something greater than 0. Greater than 0. You know, minimum the maximum. බිඳුවට වඩා වැඩි නම් ඒ එන්නේ අපිට මොකක්ද? x වලගේ පහේදී තියෙන්නේ minimum point එකක්ද maximum point එකක්ද? Second derivative එක බිඳුවට වඩා වැඩි. එහෙනම් මොකක්ද? That should be a minimum point. Minimum point. When x is equals to 1, what we have? d2y by dx2. Instead of x, now we need to substitute 1. So here we will get the answer as minus 12. So it is something less than 0. If it is less than 0, then when x is equals to 1, we should have a maximum point. Maximum point. Right? X වලගේ පහේදී තියෙන minimum point එකක්, x වලගේ එකේදී තියෙන maximum point එක. For this answer, you can allocate 2. For this one, 2. Then the last one, part D. Find maximum and minimum value of y. Maximum and minimum value of y. Right. Maximum value of y. Maximum value of y. Maximum value of y. Y වල අගය උපරිම වෙන්නේ maximum point එකකද minimum point එකකදද? මේ වගේ shape එකකදද value y axis එකේ අගය උපරිම වෙන්නේ මේ වගේ shape එකකදද? When there is a what? When there is a maximum point, the value of y will be maximized. Maximum point එකකදී තමයි y වල අගය උපරිම වෙන්නේ. Maximum point කියලා කියන්නේ එතනින් එහාට y වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. What is the maximum point? Maximum point is when x is equals to what value? 1. When x is equals to 1, there is a maximum value. So for this function, instead of x, we need to substitute what? 1. Minus 9 into 1 squared plus 15 into 1 minus 4. So what should be the value here? 1 minus 9 plus 15 minus 4. 16 වලින් 13 ගියාට පස්සේ 3. The maximum value of y is 3. The maximum value of y is 3. And also we need to find the minimum value of y. Minimum value of y. Y වල අඩුම අගය එන්නේ කීයද? That is at a minimum point. අපේ curve එකේ minimum point එකේදී තමයි y වල අඩුම අගය එන්නේ. So our curve is at its minimum point when x is equals to 5. So instead of x, we need to substitute 5. 5 to the power 3 minus 9 into 5 squared plus 15 into 5 minus 4. And 25 minus what? 25 into 9 means 225 plus 75 minus 4. Therefore, the minimum value of y should be minus 29. Minus 29. Maximum value of y and minimum value of y. If you found this one correct, then give 2 marks. For this one, another 2 marks. That is part 1. That is part 1. Then the last one, part 2. Question number 6, part 2. This is question number 6, part 1. Now we'll move to question number 6, part 2. This is from the application. Suppose that demand equation for a monopolist is P equals 100 minus 0.01x. Demand function is given like this. 100 minus 0.0 sorry 100 minus 0.01x. Cost function is given as 50x plus 7,000. 50x plus 7,000. This may be the variable cost, 7,000 may be the fixed cost. Right. Here x is number of units. Find the value of x that maximizes the profit. Profit එක maximize වෙන තැනදී අපේ නැත්නම් අපේ profit එක maximize කරගන්න අපේ ලාභය උපරිම කරගන්න අපි ඒකක කීයක් හදන්න ඕනද? ලාභ උපරිම කරගන්න ඒකක කීයක් හදන්න ඕනද? Right. Right. The part A. At profit maximization, what is the condition that need to be met? ලාභ උපරිමයේදී මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? At profit maximization, our marginal revenue should be equals to marginal cost. අපේ ආන්තික ආදායම ආන්තික පිරිවැයට සමාන වෙන තැන තමයි අපේ ලාභය උපරිම වෙන්නේ. Here we have the cost function. By differentiating this cost function, we can take the marginal cost, but we have not given any revenue function. Instead, we have given a demand function. So how can we convert this demand function into a total revenue function? Demand function එක total revenue function එකක් විදියට ගන්නෙ කොහොමද? මේ තියෙන්නේ price එක. අපිට එක price එක ඕන නම් මෙතනට x වෙනුවට එක ආදේශ කරනවා. ඒකක පහක් පහක price එක ඕන වුණොත් අපි ඒකක පහක් හැදුවොත් price එක කීයද කියලා බලන්න නම් x වෙනුවට පහ ආදේශ කරනවා. ඒකක 100ක් හැදුවොත් price එක කීයද බලන්න නම් x වෙනුවට 100 ආදේශ කරනවා. So this is the price. එතකොට ආදායම හැදින්නේ කොහමද? price එක quantity එකෙන් වැඩි වෙලා p into q. price එක quantity එකෙන් වැඩිලා. quantity here represented using what? X is the number of units. Quantity එක නැත්නම් units ගන්න represent කරන්නේ x වලින්. So this need to be multiplied by x. 100 minus 0.01 x needs to be multiplied by x. Therefore, total revenue function is what? 100x minus 0.01x squared. At profit maximization, marginal revenue equals to marginal cost. So once we differentiate the total revenue function, we can take marginal revenue. මුළු ආදායම් ශ්‍රිතය අපි අවකලනය කරාම අපිට එන්නේ ආන්තික ආදායම් ශ්‍රිතය. අවකලනය කරාම කොහොමද එන්නේ? 100x becomes 100 minus 0.01 into 2, that is 0.02. 0.02x. This should be equals to marginal cost. 50x becomes 50. This is a constant, simply we can ignore. So 0.02x equals to 50. Divide both sides by 0.02. Therefore, x equals to what? X equals to 2,500. 2,500. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ඒකක 2500ක් හදනවා නම් අපිට පුළුවන් අපේ ලාභය උපරිම කරගන්න. 2,500 units. 2,500 units. If you got this one correct, allocate 3 marks. Give 3 marks. Then part B. Determine the corresponding price and total profit for this level of production. For this level of production means production at profit maximization. Production and profit maximization. අපි ඒකක 2500ක් හදනවා නම් අපි ඒකක 2500ක් හදනවා නම් A level එකේදී මොකක්ද අහන්නේ? Determine the corresponding price and total profit. Price and total profit. Price. Right? Price equals to what? 100 minus 0.01. Now instead of x, we are going to substitute 2,500. So what should be the price? What should be the price? The price should be 75 rupees. 75 rupees. Right? 75 rupees. එතකොට අපි ඒකකයක් විකුණන මිල කීයද? රුපියල් 75යි. අපි ඒකක 2500ක් හැදුවොත් අපි එක ඒකකයක් විකුණන රුපියල් 75කට. That is the idea. And also we need to find what? We need to find the total profit for this level of production. Total profit. Total profit. කොහොමද ගන්නේ? Total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue is what? 100x minus 0.01 x squared. From this we need to deduct total cost, that is 50x plus 7,000. We'll simplify this further. 100x minus 0.01 x squared minus 50x minus 7,000. So simply it is what? 50x minus 0.01 x squared minus 7,000. This is the total profit function. Total profit function. This is the total profit function. Total profit at 2,500 production level. Total profit at 2,500 production level should be what then? Instead of x, we need to substitute 2500. 0.01 into 2500 squared. What it should be? 50 into 2500 minus 0.01 into 2500 squared minus 7,000. That is 55,500 rupees. 55,500 rupees. If you got this one correct, right, give 1 mark here and 2 marks here. So that is the end of 2018 question paper.